Right, let's accept this and then assess the route. Pick up the trailer first and then assess the route. Both trailers look the same. How do I know which one's mine? There is a faint white bit underneath this one, so I know that that one's mine. There we go. Bing.
Let's go.
Alright, let's take a look at the route. So we made our way back to Innsbruck from being in Bern, because we've completely discovered Switzerland already, but we've got a lot still to do in Austria. And now we're going to see about what we can discover on the way across to Bratislava. So this road is mostly done, but I see there's just a few bits on the other side of the road. It's just this little bit through Germany. They've redone this section here, but not Munich itself yet. I wonder if that's coming soon or something. Now we could go the squiggly road here otherwise, but I think we just stick to the main road and yeah, try and uncover what we can. We're not going to be too exhaustive on some of the intersections because we know that we've got to go back to them again anyway. So the goal is all the grey bits become not grey, correct. We're turning grey to gold. Turning lead into gold. We're being alchemists, basically. That's the new law of this. We're becoming alchemists. Heavy metal alchemist. Ugh, yeah, there's a lot of it. So when I did this the first time around, I did find a map mod that it makes everything undiscovered bright red, and everything that you have discovered becomes grey instead. So that way you can more easily see what you're missing. I'm going to not do what it tells me to do because I want to go a different way. I want to go a way that I've not been yet. So, out of my way. Power wash away the undiscovered. Basically, yeah. That's yeah. Essentially. Power trucking instead. Yeah, it's quite a lot, and every little bit counts. It does kind of round up a bit, because there were a few little bits of intersection that I missed when I did actually get the achievement. So it does round up to an extent, but there's still a lot of bits to cover, and if you miss too many little bits, then it adds up to enough, which you want to avoid. I'm gonna go through this way this time. Oh, there's gonna be just the smallest bit that I haven't discovered. Oh well, too bad. Wouldn't have the patience or time to do that. I mean, I kind of don't either, to be honest. I mean, I clearly have the patience because I play simulator games, so there's that. Time is something you have to really make for it, that's for sure. The first time I got the genuine achievement, like, I'd already played the game a lot anyway. Because it is the sort of game that you can just play casually, just to keep your hands busy while doing something else. You don't need to pay a huge amount of attention to it if you don't want to. You can definitely just have something on in the background. That's why I find it a really good game for streaming. But, yeah, it takes a fair amount of effort. I was doing it as, like, evening streams predominantly. This was back when my daughter was much younger and had fewer concerns. And so we'd be getting her to bed at a more normal time, and I'd have most of the evening. This is back when I was in the living room at our old place as well, so my wife was having to listen to me talk all sorts of random shit. That was back when Sock was coming to my streams. That was good times. I didn't realize this whole thing was going to discover all at once. I could have made this a lot easier. Back in the day, absolutely. Back when we were young. Good times. Great rock and roll. That's a good point. I can't remember what I did for soundtracks back then. It might have been Pretzel, or it might have been something that wouldn't actually have been suitable for YouTube anyway. I'm not sure. I still am young. I'm meant to be, technically. Doesn't really feel it most days. Mid-30s is certainly not old, but, you know. I guess I'm crossing into the threshold to late 30s soon, but even then, you know. You're only as old as you feel, and I feel ancient. But I still do young person pursuits, like playing video games. I have a lot of other things that I should be doing, but I make time specifically to do this, because this is actually time I have for myself. Crucially, it's time I have for myself for a pursuit that doesn't make me feel sore like gardening does. I have so many things that I need to do around the house and outside the house that still have not been done because I've spent far too much time playing games instead, but so those are all pursuits that make me sore, and this doesn't. So this gets priority. Yeah, we don't talk about those, yeah. Sneezed the other day and your check engine warning light came on. My buddy was all like, nope. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's been times that I've sneezed and my chest muscles have just gone, nope, and seized up. And have, like, upper pinched nerves that cause pain in my shoulders. I've been really trying to, like, condition myself against that. I have a meager but regular exercise routine that I try and do, which involves just some push-ups against the bench and some squats in the kitchen and then some shoulder rolls multiple ways, just to try and keep those muscles all like open and limber, and because I have a lot of things that I have to do. I need to keep things as strengthened as I can. Last couple of weeks has been interesting because my wife has sciatica issues that started flaring up quite some years ago, and they flare up every now and then. So she's been not as capable of doing a lot of things around the place. So that's been me. I mean, I'm the only one who can lift our door anyway. Like, we do have a hoist, but it's just annoying and takes a lot longer to use, so I prefer to just lift her personally. But she's heavy. And I'm not meant to, arguably.
Keep left.
That's one of the other things in terms of, like, travel and stuff, is just, you know, we wouldn't have a hoist to lift her. And that's one of the reasons why I try and avoid using it at home. Because if we're out and about and we don't have access to one, I need to be able to lift her. So I need to keep up that exercise, basically, and make sure that I am capable of doing so. Otherwise, we would be in a lot of trouble, and we'd be basically homebound. Like, there's even medical appointments that you go to, and they don't have a hoist on hand, so they'd have to go and find one and stuff, and it would make a already long endeavour into just a marathon. Like, it's already taking an hour or two out of our day for something, and then it just becomes a whole extra thing. So you'd rather not. Just means I've got to be very careful, because if I put my back out again, we're kind of screwed. No pressure. That's why it's been a literal pain last few months of just being escalating nerve pains. That there's like no physiological reason for. Brain just goes, yeah, your body hurts now. So that's fun. Just as well I'm stubborn. I do love these new roads. I am glad that they've reworked. Like from a exploration side of things, it's a pain when they redo things and all of a sudden you've lost progress on things, but it certainly really looks nice through here, and if nothing else, it just gives you an excuse to revisit places again, which I'm kind of down for in general. So, okay, yeah. How is that only 2% damage? It's a lot more for him, that's for sure. Just changed lanes at the last minute. Nice big intersection that was probably once a tiny little skinny one. Trundling along at 150 k's an hour, as you do. We're going to need to stop for gas again at some point. I'm just going to set cruise for 150 so I don't need to keep squeezing the trigger. I mean, this car is almost doing that. I guess the car speed must be much higher, because it's showing that the speed limit for me is meant to be 80. I guess for normal traffic it's probably like 120, 130 or something. Never quite understood that. Like here the traffic, like the heavy traffic limit is 90, but the main speed limit is only 100 anyway, so it's not a huge difference. And it makes some amount of sense. But to be such a large discrepancy between like 80 and 100 and something, don't get that. The only reason that the truck should be limited to lower is so that it's easier for normal traffic to get past, essentially, because they accelerate much more slowly anyway, so you want the bias to be on the easier moving traffic. But I'm not quite sure why such the large discrepancy. Seems very rude for trucks. It's probably more economical though, to be fair. In terms of like gas usage and stuff. It's just then everything takes longer. Well, that's a beautiful building up there on the hill. That's a big basilica or something. Oh, it's a photo opportunity. I should be keeping an eye out for those. There weren't any in Innsbruck that I noticed, so... What are you? The Milk Monastery. Okay. Cool. Let's zoom in so we don't have the traffic in it. We still want a sense of scale. And we want to get rid of the background blur. Or do we? Maybe we don't. We'll just reduce the strength of it a bit. Now, can we get a nice sunrise or something? What does the sunrise look like? Or sunset, otherwise. I think sunrise is going to illuminate it better. Just want a little bit of a difference in light. There we go. Higher contrast. Increase the saturation up. Maybe not that much. There we go. Gorgeous. Milk Monastery. Lovely. These are the parts of the exploration that are certainly the most pleasant, and that's when you've just got these nice big roads that need to be discovered, and it's just easy to do. And you're doing a decent amount of coverage just by traveling a main road, instead of having to do lots of fiddly little bits. Those are fun in their own way, like discovering an intersection. It's like a logic puzzle in some respects. You're trying to figure out the most efficient way to do it, which is fun, but also just very fiddly. And it is pleasing to just be able to go zoom, 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 and see the map become a ribbon of gold. This intersection's going to be a bit of a pain, though. The sharper the angles, the more annoying it is when it comes to like turning around and everything. Oh, there's a viewpoint and a photo opportunity up here off to the right. Excellent. We're getting some scenery, boys. Ah, Vienna. Let's slow down. Everyone else has slowed down significantly. Excuse me, coming through. Beep beep. Welcome to Vienna. What a weird place for the viewpoint to be. But yeah, we'll just park up here randomly and just block half the road. Oops, wrong one. If we press the button to get to the menu instead of turn the engine off, so we'll do the photo first. Schonbrunn, of course. That makes sense. I believe my parents went to Schonbrunn. Wish I could turn the pedestrians off from in here, but I don't think you can, sadly. And they don't change with the time of day either. Evening? Nighttime, yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure it lights up at night, eh? There we go. Nice. And now we turn the... No, we pressed the wrong button again. Now we turn the engine off. And watch the viewpoint for Schonbrunn, funnily enough. I mean, it'd be kind of nice if the viewpoint took in a little bit more than just the entrance. Do we get a little bit of a look inside, maybe? How far does the drone camera manage to fly? Why is that particular tree very low res? We've got a high res tree right by me. Oh, I turned the vegetation quality down to low earlier, that's right, to remove traffic. I should change that, because it makes all of these look kind of crap. I guess it just changes the LOD distance. So the detail immediately around my truck is good, but everywhere else is rubbish. That's an interesting statue. It's like the worst pop group in the world just standing in front of the entrance there. I'm sure there's usually more people than even that normally. I bet it's packed. There's a little playground over there.
Keep left.
I honestly feel that if I was to go to somewhere like this, I would want to almost do it as part of a tour group or something, because they often get preferential entrance into places like that. But then if you're doing it self-directed, you just turn up basically as soon as something opens to try and get in before the crowds. So you've either got to be super organized, or you've got to have someone else be super organized for you. And oops, I did not realize you were going to be driving that slowly. You pain in the ass. That's a interesting building you've got there with that big red A painted on it. I do love the downtown here. Oh, some trains going down there. Oh, and we've got to look out for trams. Because of course we do. Didn't realize that Vienna had canals, but I guess it's just the river trained along a certain route. It just looks like a canal because of how it's been shepherded.
Keep right, and then turn right.
It also looks filthy, but that's probably accurate.
Turn right. Keep left. Keep right.
Okay, now we want to squiggle our way around. Crunch. Oops. There's a reason we usually do tight turns in the cab. It's a lot easier to judge. And we're almost there, and we're almost out of fuel. Again, but that's fine. we do have, like, realistic consumption turned on. We were speeding relentlessly. But this has been a nice little drive. It's actually gone quicker than I thought it would. I guess we didn't stop to discover lots of myriad intersections this time around, so things went a little bit smoother. There's the big filthy river. Is that the Danube? I forget.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Now, we could spend a bit of time exploring this intersection, just to get it all cleaned away. Or, like, go further north in order to cover off that road and then backtrack.
Get ready to turn left.
But we kind of can't be bothered right now. And certainly not while we're pulling a trailer. That's the sort of thing that we can maybe do next time. Or a future session. Oh, okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there. I think it just got caught on the lamppost. That's weird. Well, it's only the trailer, not the load. The delivery itself took 0 damage, so we're still good. Oh, that gas station's new too. We're now leaving Vienna. Still got a little ways to go, but it is basically just back roads now. Wolfthal. It's basically just back roads to get through to Bratislava. Just got to drive along to the next main road.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Yeah, nah. I love when I can do that. I wonder how much fuel we actually have left. 320 Ks apparently. Well, we only have to do 20 of those, so... But it is going to drop faster than that indicates. I guess we just coast a fair bit of this though. This is the point that in a AB run you service warp into town. This intersection up here is a pain. Who thought that it was a good idea to have a country road just literally cross the main road? Like, this is a motorway that we are crossing. There is just stop signs. Yep. I think we illustrated quite well why that's a problem there. Brilliant. Hey, illustration, you know, actions speak louder than words, and there we go. That's why that's a really, that's why that's a really bad intersection idea. Are you gonna let me repair? There we go. Repair all. At a certain point, we're gonna have to at least replace our tires. Yeah, there's a gas station just to the right. Oh, that's our garage, in fact. That makes sense. We'll do that after we've done the delivery.
Turn left.
Still pulling out into traffic. Just took massive damage. Still doing it.
Turn left.
We really don't learn.
Turn right. We're here. Right on time.
Where do you need it? Yeah, nah. Even this is kind of annoying because we have to straighten it up. There we go. Lovely. Now, that is a pretty nice drive through Austria. Good work, apparently. Well, the delivery itself only ended up with 2% damage. The trailer was a write-off. Thankfully, that doesn't matter. Cool, well, that's some decent progress. We've just kind of crisscrossed Austria a couple of times, started in Ljubljana, went through to Bern, drove to Innsbruck, and then from Innsbruck through to Bratislava. We're up over 73% now, so that's nice. Austria's at 37, it was only like 20 something before, I think. So we're making some good progress. Those numbers go up pretty slowly, or the overall number goes up pretty slowly, even when you make good progress within. But that's all good. Vienna's really spread out now. It's going to take us a while to uncover that whole mess. That's probably going to be a separate session in and of itself. And yeah, this way north up here, you kind of work your way up, kind of up to the crossing there, and then you can go back out and around. It's a whole thing. It's easiest done without a trailer attached, that's for sure. Yeah, so discovering Vienna might well be its own episode at some point. But anyway, for now, we're going to call it quits at that point. Go grab ourselves a drink that we meant to earlier, and take a bit of a break. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.